has to do with your skate direction. And it's related to tip number 3 in the sense that you don't want to open your skate up so wide and try to push yourself forward away from that. You want everything to travel together and always creating speed together as one system, keeping everything in a nice lateral plane. Now, all you have to do is think about keeping your skates relatively straight, because naturally you're going to want to open them. That's what's going to happen if you don't think about what you're doing. Your skate's going to open, it's going to be traveling way too aggressively out away from you, and then you're going to end up with your stroke way behind you, and that's not what you want. So keep your feet straight in the line that you're traveling. You can see here this is pretty bad mindless skating in the sense that I'm not thinking about keeping my feet straight at all. They're just opening up every stroke, pointed out away from me at the end of every push. Now, when I think about keeping them straight, I get something like this. I'm able to ride my skates straight, and even though my skates are never going to be 100% straight, I'm using that as a cue in my head to get myself into this position. Now, when it comes to speed skating, it's really dangerous to whip right now under push like this and like this. Going from a straight skate to a skate that's pointed out away from you may look or feel like you're creating speed, but you're really not, because at the end of the day, when you go to do a normal push out away from you, you're not going to be able to ride that skate. It's not going to be traveling with you anymore because it's pointed out away from you. Now, if you think about just keeping your foot straight and taking your momentum back and forth across your edges, that's what you want to do. Now I'm trying to keep my feet straight, and you see when I go to do a normal push, I'm able to sit on it and ride it much longer and more effectively. And last but not least, tip number 5, roll your recovery foot into the stroke, meaning as you set that foot down that's coming from being in a recovery position back down onto the ground, don't be abrupt and don't stop with it. Be smooth and gentle and try to maintain all that efficiency and carry your momentum forward. Now, what I mean by that is oftentimes I'll see people, they'll push, bring this over here, and then stomp down to the ground really aggressively, and they're just killing their momentum forward. You want to think about rolling your skate into the ground, starting with your front wheel and then finishing with your back wheel nice and smooth onto the ground. You're coming from here and smoothly transferring that momentum from your right foot into your left or left into the right, whatever stroke you're transferring from. As you can see, I'm bringing the foot underneath me and just stomping down to the ground. And essentially that's throwing the timing of the entire stroke off, meaning all the speed I create by pushing, I'm not able to transfer that into the glide effectively. But when done correctly, you get this nice forward flow in the skating. Every bit of momentum you create is conserved and transferred from skate to skate. Now keep in mind, when you're first starting this, it's highly likely that you're going to catch your toe on your foot that's on the ground, meaning you're going to kick your skate from the back. Just be aware of that. Be careful as you're trying to roll your skate down into the ground if it's something that's new for you, but this is a much more effective and efficient way to do things. Well, that's going to do it for episode 2 of Skate.